Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video. This time around, I have another movie review that I'm going to share with you guys. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about the new Warcraft movie that just came out. Now, I've mentioned in a previous movie review that I'm changing the format of these videos slightly from going from just being just a review of the movie to being more of a discussion of whatever movie I'm going to be talking about in that specific video. So pretty much I'm going to be bringing up a couple of different points from the movie, things that I liked, things that I didn't like, things that I kind of want to talk about, and you guys can interact with this in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. So of course, before I get into anything, of course I said that twice, but spoilers ahead because I will be discussing a lot of what happened in the movie. Now, first up, just to mention this because it's by far what I believe to be the most important uh, thing about going into this movie is that I personally know very, very little about the Warcraft mythology. I know nothing really about older Warcraft stuff. So going into this, I'm completely unaware of what the hell is going on. Well, almost completely unaware of what is going on. And honestly, I think I like what I saw, being that they didn't spend time showing backstories and histories of all these different characters and all that kind of stuff, and sort of just threw you into the action right off the bat. It wasn't really important to know who these characters were and what they had done, mainly just to know what their interactions were with each other. And while at moments I kind of wondered why exactly that, what's her name, Gorana, the half orc female, was able to sort of just. I get that she wasn't treated well by the orcs where she came from Draenor, but still, she was just really quick in coming to trust and align herself with the humans, which was just kind of strange to me. But maybe in the original story, or probably most likely in the original story, there's more behind her interaction with them. If this even happened in the original story, which I'm completely unaware of. Uh, but otherwise, just her sort of character's interaction with the humans is kind of strange. Um, what else can I say? The acting overall, I honestly really didn't care for the acting. The actor who's playing Medivh, who I believe is Ben Foster, just he had a weird accent to his character. It didn't sound right, and the guy playing Khadgar, uh, Ben Schnetzer, I believe is his name. He looked and sounded out of place. He just didn't seem like he belonged in this sort of fantasy reality. It just seemed like he was really out of place. And the sort of convenience of that character's sort of location at the outbreak of the orc invasion is just, it's kind of weird how he gets sort of thrown into all of this, and the way that everything sort of unravels is just, it's kind of weird. I didn't quite get it. Um, but yeah, even actors that I have liked in other movies and TV shows, like Dominic Cooper and Ruth Nega, I believe is how you say her last name. They just seem kind of flat and like two dimensional in this movie. But I mean, honestly, the action scenes were really enjoyable. The visuals overall were very enjoyable. I liked watching the movie, but as for the story, it's just kind of blah to me. While it did have its own sort of enclosed story that didn't really have a resolution at the end of it, with the way things were left off, with Garana being sort of in charge of the orcs, and with Lane, the king of Stormwind, I believe it was, uh, being killed by Garana because he tells her to kill him. Just it seemed like all of it was just kind of, here's something that's gonna happen, that's gonna cause problems later on. We're gonna deal with it eventually, but for now, that's all that's gonna happen. And I didn't know how to take that, especially the inclusion of the sort of Thrall storyline there as well. Pretty much, well, it was guaranteed that there were going to be more Warcraft movies in the future once this one was made, and seeing how popular it has been already. But the Thrall inclusion definitely makes it feel like it was just set up for later movies. Now, like I said, it was its own enclosed story, and it does have a beginning, a middle, and an end, kind of. It still seemed to me like it was mostly set up for future installments and future storylines, but that's kind of necessary, especially when you're trying to build a sort of movie franchise rather than just one singular movie. And you can't really blame them for wanting to do something like that. Of course, if it's going to make them a lot of money as well, they might as well try to build that larger franchise out of Warcraft. And of course, there's tons of source material to go off of, so they definitely have the material to make multiple movies out of it. Um, what else really? The one thing that I noticed, which was this black box thing that Khadgar goes into. There was a female Elodie, I believe is what they were called, that was inside, and at first I'm like, wait, is that Glenn Close? It looked like Glenn Close to me, but I didn't actually bother to pay attention to the credits afterwards, and I had to look it up later, and in fact, it was Glenn Close playing this character, but she was apparently uncredited for the role, so I wonder what the deal is behind that. But I really liked Glenn Close in that very small sort of cameo there. It was just a strange thing to see, but I do like seeing Glenn Close, especially in a role like that. It was enjoyable to see that little sort of thing in there. What else can I say, really? I did like the way that the movie visually looked. The orcs looked pretty interesting. They looked kind of gross at moments, but like overall, the sort of animation of it was pretty decent. I don't know much for animation and stuff like that, but it did look pretty realistic. Like it could really exist alongside uh, real animals and real humans and other sort of real life creatures. But I don't know. Some people thought that Baby Thrall was cute. Some people just don't like him at all. I personally am somewhere in between. He has his moments. I feel like he might grow on me if I watch the movie again. I might come around on Baby Thrall, but I don't know. He looks just kind of creepy and weird and just toy-like at moments, even though the whole thing was completely CG. It just didn't do it for me. I didn't really enjoy Baby Thrall. But just if anybody out there can tell me in the comment section below if there are any significant changes between the source material and the movie script, between these different storylines. Now, I know that the sort of situation around Medivh's death was supposed to be different from how it happened in the movie. But if there were any other details throughout the movie that you think or you know are different from how it happened in the game or in other Warcraft materials in books, comics, whatever there may be, please just let me know in the comment section below. And with anything else, really, just let me know in the comment section below what you thought about the Warcraft movie. I have to say, honestly, if you know nothing at all about Warcraft, you can still watch this movie. It'll still be acceptable. The action scenes are pretty nice. They're pretty enjoyable overall. And it really can be a movie for anyone. Uh, but I suppose if you do have an interest in Warcraft and know stuff about Warcraft, it might be somewhat more enjoyable. Well, almost definitely more enjoyable. Unless, of course, you found serious faults with the movie and then uh, do not like it as a result. But yeah, just let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Anything at all, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Just leave them down there below in the comment section. As always, check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. And also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you'd like. And that's it. See ya.